Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's chill video, spooky indeed, actually comes at you live from Cursed Photos and Cursed Paintings. So last week we looked at the image board threads, which came out to, we looked at paranormal, right? And from paranormal I got this weird fixation to look up some of those popular, really interesting, creepy images that exist, like cursed images, so to speak. Now, for those of you who don't know what a cursed image is, it's basically an image that you look at that has some spookiness to it. Case in point is that painting that we saw on the paranormal image board video, where we looked at a painting involving a child and a little doll that they had. It was certainly weird, certainly out there, but there's plenty more like it. And I figured if that's the case, we're gonna dive right in and check a couple out. So one of the most famous ones right over here is this one. So this is the family photo that's been cursed. Now the history about this is actually one from the creepypasta days, like pretty heavily. And from what I can gather, this one is basically just centered around a family that was taking a photo during a party, a birthday party, so to speak, and you can kind of see it over here with the children, and it is a birthday party. Now, unfortunately, the problem over here is that they've got this dude coming down over here, so this is like the perfect timing weirdness that they found. And as far as I know, I think this photo is taking place in like Texas or something, and this is like some relative that passed away that like dropped down. Now, if I ever saw a photo like that, I'd probably probably drop a hard bro sound effect number 2. But I guess we can read that sort of comment real quick. Wasn't this a creepypasta? It's an old picture, been floating around on the internet for years. Apparently it was the kid's birthday. I mean, yeah, it was. That is good. I didn't even scroll down on that one. And apparently, not 100% confirmed, the original most likely an old but colored photograph. The man could have been a ballet dancer turned upside down. So, I mean, it could have been that. You know, it could have been a male ballet dancer and could have been flipped upside down, but that face over there, I mean, that's like what you see in The Ring, bro. You cannot get through that. That is not happening. When dad drinks too much at your birthday party. I haven't experienced it myself, but I've seen some drunk dads, so maybe. This one's weird. So this is like, I don't know what's up with a lot of these older photos. I think old people from back in the day realized that, we're in black and white. We might as well do some freaky shits of people like 50 years down the road. Laugh at it or get scared out of it. So over here we have what appears to be a wedding, right? And they're all wearing like really weird masks. Like this lady on the left, I don't know what's up with her mask. Like her eyes are just like super out there. This lady's got sort of like that mini plague doctor, like Venetian mask. And this dude over here, I don't know what his problem is, but it's kind of giving me that punchable in the face vibe. This one is an interesting photo. So I can kind of tell that's a little bit Photoshop, but like, as you can see, for scale context, if I had to guess, this photo is taken someplace in like Mexico or something. You can almost guess where a photo is taken by the almost tinge of it. Plus, you can look at that desertish style, so it's definitely South United States, maybe Mexico. I don't know. But what is important over here is this Scooby-Doo looking bastard, which is really abnormally well defined in comparison to everything else. So you've got like this home, and for scale, that's a door. That's like a 6 foot plus-ish door right there. Like an average, a normal door, right? And that's a dog standing next to it. Now, there are some tall dogs, but that dog is not only tall, but if you look at that arm over there, like that arm size, like the width compared to the leg width over there is a little too surprising. Now, could this be real? Absolutely not. There are some photos out of this that are like so blatantly just fake that it's not even funny. Is that the Chupacabra or SCP-393? Alright, dude, okay. Not everything is a fucking SCP. I feel like SCP is one of those things that we have to kind of read through at some point. Those are definitely, I'm not going to say those are like paranormal creepy, but then again, like 4chan paranormal creepy is just how to summon succubuses every 5 seconds, so maybe we might look at it. So this is one of these photos that kind of acts like a list website, and I know what you're thinking, I know, but at least it puts together some of those weird paintings in the world. And this is where we see the one all the time. Now, I've seen this painting at least 4 or 5 times, at least in the last 6 months. I don't know, it's just really popular, dude. And for the right reasons. I mean, it's creepy. You got the kid, you got the hands in the back, and you got this doll. But let's go through these paintings real quick. So you've got an untitled painting, which is literally a mishmash of skeletal parts, right? So you've got a face, You've got skulls. I mean, it is a weird, weird situation. Now, over here, for some reason, it's believed that if anyone were to view the paintings by Beksinski, they'll soon die. Given the subject matter, it makes sense. I mean, it is skeletons, right? All of the work is macabre, gloomy, sadomasochistic, and nightmarish. Working through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, he lived in Warsaw, Poland, and his wife and son when the curse began. Wife dies of cancer in 1998. And the son, who had a bright career as a translator and music journalist, committed suicide. And then in 2005, the painter was stabbed to death by the 19-year-old son of his cleaning lady. I mean, that is a legendary, legendary stray of bad luck. And I mean, I feel bad for that for sure. But I mean, looking at the paintings, I mean, it's weird you have it on a website, but are we going to die just by looking at a JPEG of it? I'm not sure. The Tombstone Stagecoach painting. In 1994, the year I was born, a commercial photographer named James Kidd took a double exposed photo of stagecoaches in Tombstone, Arizona. When he developed the photo, he found that there was a headless man standing on a log beside the wagon. So you've got like the feet over there, and all the way up over here, you see a man that is completely headless. Later that year, a painter asked if she could recreate the photo as an oil painting, and then it seems as if the ghost had attached itself to her. At first, she displayed the completed painting at a business location. A few days later, she was asked to take it back, as it would always be crooked every morning, despite them correcting it. I mean, here's the thing, I have terrible OCD, so if I see like a painting like shifted by like 2 degrees, I can detect that. Like it's fucked up. Me and my mother can do that same thing. So if I noticed that all the time, I'd be stepping away from it, dude. I'd be running far away at that point, because there's only so many times you can accept ghostly phenomenon, right? Now here we go. The Hands Resist Him. It is also considered one of the most haunted paintings known in existence. According to the people who've owned this one, the doll and the boy occasionally change positions, postures, and even have been seen outside the painting. I mean, you've probably been hitting some crazy crack cocaine if that's what you're seeing. I'm just saying. But according to an eBay listing for a family trying to sell it, a girl kept on claiming that the boy was trying to escape. Dad set up a camera to record the painting, showing her there was nothing to be afraid of, but instead captured a video of the boy crawling from the painting. Okay, if you see that, I mean, it says over here that seeing the painting makes you sick, all that stuff. But if you have a video of it, I'm sorry, you can't say that you have a video of it. You have no proof. Just upload that shit online, post it somewhere for the world to see. I mean, if that's the case, say whatever you will, at least upload it as some form of proof. If you don't got it, I'm not going to believe the Hands Resist Him is going to waste me, right? The Dead Mother. So this is one right over here. You got this girl like plugging up her ears, and unfortunately the mom is gone. The same guy who painted the infamous Scream painting did this one, depicting the distraught child of a woman who died of tuberculosis. I mean, back then, that shit was like super cancer, you know what I mean? You could not avoid it. This painting is incredibly creepy. People who have stared at this painting have noticed the bedclothes rustling and the mom changing positions. I mean, if you see that, yeah, you might want to step away from the internet for a while, let me tell you. The Crying Boy. So what is this one? This was a relatively inexpensive painting that Ron and May Hall purchased in 1985. It was a mass-produced image of a series of paintings about crying boys. I mean, who the hell is buying paintings of crying boys? You ever wonder that? Shortly after their house burned down, I mean, but the only item in their house to survive the blaze was the painting. Could be a fluke, right? Then it happened again, another blaze, another unscathed copy of this painting. Apparently there were scores of fires that were supposedly caused by this cursed painting, and people started panicking. I mean, put that shit put that motherfucker in a goddamn fire retardant room, and we'll see how it goes. Ooh, the Anguished Man. Alright, so artist unknown. The owner of this painting, Sean Robinson, inherited it from his grandmother. According to the legend, it was painted with the artist's own blood. Then he killed himself after completing it. That is grim. I don't want to hear that. Like, imagine holding a painting where you know that, like, 75% of it that's red has been touched by a man's blood. Like, that is not happening. It's unhygienic, it's creepy, it's everywhere. Originally, Robinson kept it in a cellar, but a flood forced him to move it upstairs. It's now in a guest room, and he and his families have heard non-stop sobbing and scratching sounds coming from the room. Get out! You hear that? Just go! I mean, if you don't go, you're basically inviting yourself to get clapped. He and his wife have seen a shadowy figure roam the house, including an instance where his wife crawled into bed thinking she was sleeping beside her husband. Instead, it was the vague shape of the figure in the painting. He's since locked it back in his basement. Was this dude about to get cucked by a ghost? I mean, that would have been hilarious to see, just saying. So Sean Robinson, the Chad that he is, actually has a YouTube channel for you to go check around. And this YouTube channel has about 13K subscribers, and this is one of the most popular videos. So Ghost Activity Caught on Tape, Haunted Painting, The Anguished Man Update. And if you go to his actual videos over here, you can actually see that he's got multiple videos talking over here. And one of the most popular ones is, in fact, this painting photo. Now, the last post was 11 months ago, so he is constantly posting more and more and more. Like, this is over the course of 8 years of YouTube uploads, right? Inconsistent, but it's there. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to watch one of these, because it's only 2 minutes and 57 seconds long. So let's just chill, sit down, and see just how haunted this painting really is.
So I've just set the picture of the Anguished Man back up in the top bedroom. I'm going to record it for approximately 8 hours and see if we can catch some of the activity on video. I'll just give you a quick look at the painting first, close up.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you, man. That's not the smart thing to do. Come on, man. You know this.
As you can see, some of the paint is starting to crack. It's still on its original wooden frame. So I'm going to set up the record.
So here we've got, I left the camera recording for a total of approximately 8 hours over 3 consecutive nights. This is what I recorded. Okay, so this is the proof, allegedly. Let's see this real quick. 13:02:11, approximately 2:30 a.m. A slight scraping sound can be heard. Okay, let's listen to this one. That's like stuff being shifted around, brother. That's a pretty naughty round. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock a.m. I'm glad it's not 3. The door suddenly swings shut. There are no drafts in the room, and everyone was sleeping. All right, let's hear this. That's not slamming shut. What the fuck? I mean, if you see a door close like that, that is weird. I mean, if the door closes like that, we got some problems. Because usually if it's a big draft, it slams, right? But if it's like a ghost, dude, it like slowly closed up. I mean, that's sketchy as hell to me, dude. A loud bang can be heard once again. Everyone was sleeping. It sounds like something is falling, but in the morning, nothing was disturbed. Okay, let's listen to this one. Your house is weird, dude. I mean, I keep that painting away. Obviously, stuff's being thrown around this dude's house. You've got weird scratching noises. Yeah, I'm not surprised that thing's tossed into the basement for sure, Sean. I mean, can I prove that this isn't faked or whatever? I mean, obviously I can't, but at the same time, like, I do have doubts getting that it's real. I mean, at the same time, there's a couple things that fell over. A door was closed. Yeah, it looks creepy on camera, but like at the same time, is the painting really doing that, or is there like a human agent behind it? I'm not sure, but it's weird. So this is from 11 months ago that this was posted. Let's watch this one. I set up a camera again to attempt it. I recorded for 7 hours each night over 4 consecutive nights. All right, let's do it. There was one small light on in the room at all times. I love how like we have not updated the camera, like it is stuck at 4:3 in 2018. This is new. All right, 2:45 a.m. Let's see this. Excuse me, what happened? There's like something that flew by. Okay. Nothing happened on that. It's like, did we just capture an orb or something? Is that what, like, that's the thing with ghosts. Was that an orb being captured? Like, that stuff flying across? I'm sure that must have been like a reflection of something. We have continued to feel strange presence around the house and hear unexplainable noises. I mean, that was drastically less evidence than any like the update 7 years ago. So I don't know. It's a ghost. It's an orb that flew around. Is it really spooking the hell out of me? I'm not sure. Okay. All I know is that painting's really weird, but I think I spent way too much time on this one painting. However, it was definitely a painting that I guess had more footage documented than the other ones that we looked at, or more documented than the other cursed images, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that was weird, man. I mean, usually paintings, ghosts, dolls, I'm a pretty big skeptic in my life, but usually when it comes to dolls, masks, and I guess now paintings, it kind of can leave a man a little bit spooked. Now, we've seen some cursed images tonight that were pretty popular. Some that, some paintings that definitely even looking at the JPEGs might get us in trouble. I'm not sure. So if anything happens to you, I'm going to put a fat disclaimer on this video. I'm not responsible for any injurious health conditions that occur because of looking at cursed images. I mean, I'm probably in the same boat with you, right? But that last little footages we watched with that Anguished Man painting, if I ever have a painting like that, it's getting tossed the hell out, burned, whatever you want to call it. But let me know what you think about it. Is there definitely some weird images, paintings that you guys have to share? Let me know in the comment section below. But for now, I'm going to back out, open up a light from now on. I got to stop recording in the dark at 2 in the morning. It's not really healthy when I'm doing this kind of content. But that being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.